Hi, good morning. Today we are going to look at the topic of what is land use management. And just before getting into that, we want to remind ourselves on what we've been going through, what we've been studying, and what our intention is. And you have three cases going on. You've got the case Mustiala, and you have Enger Ranta, and you also have the LCA. And in all cases, what you're trying to do is to understand the processes that people go through when they are planning on the use of resources. So this particular session assumes in the first place that you understand what land use is and land use management at a very basic level. And the idea is that when we are looking at management as a principle, the management as a principle basically tries to utilize or to make use of your resources in the best possible manner with probably the least input and the maximum maximum output. That's when you're looking at, say, business. But when it comes to land, there are many things that you need to consider in the first place. You need to consider the social elements, the ecological elements, the environmental elements, and also the economic. I would suggest that for this course and for you to be able to understand these principles clearly, one thing that you can do is you will watch two very simple videos. One of the videos will show you, will explain to you about systems thinking, and systems thinking basically tries to show you how the logic of things proceeds, how you plan to move from point A to point B, and the kind of considerations that you need to make. For example, if you're going to be using a bus to travel from, say, one city to another, you check on the timetable and you plan your travel based on the bus schedule. So there's a limitation within your planning in that if you are going to use public means, then you have to follow certain things in order for you to reach your point of destination. If you have your own vehicle, then you have an independence of planning, and probably in that case what you look at is not just about the movement from point A to point B, but the economic implications. And if you're also even more sort of conscious about the environment, you also think about if you're going to travel with a car, you are probably polluting the environment. So systems thinking basically is a way of analyzing your environment to understand not only what you aim to do as an action, but the possible other implications of your action. And then the second video will just basically again go to the basic concepts of land use and how land use has evolved over time. And you're going back to periods when majority of land was basically maybe forests, and how the transformation of land has sort of evolved and leading to the current state of the environment, where you have a lot of built environment, which of course utilizes resources, and less of the biomass. So ideally, if we have, or we've always been consciously planning on how we use our resources or the land, probably we will be having less of a crisis about the environment today. But all is not lost, because we are still going to be around. The population is still going to be growing until, for example, there's estimates that we shall be about 9 billion in a few years to come. And what this really puts on the floor is that there is an even urgent need to really put into perspective how we use and manage our resources, including land, which is the biggest resource that we have as humans. We don't have any other resource in this world besides land. Land is the source of everything that we do today. The food the resources, the minerals, everything comes from land. So we really need to put a lot of attention in analyzing and understanding how we use land as a resource, and a resource that is finite. Finite being that a resource that is not limitless. It has some limitations, and it can be pushed up to only a certain level, beyond which we might be facing a catastrophe. So for now, I suggest that you listen to the 2 videos, and after listening to the 2 videos, try and think how the concepts that are mentioned in the videos are applicable in your cases, the LCA, Ngeraranta, and Mustela. I hope this 30 minutes lesson will be of very good use to you. Thank you.